NBC's Emilie Ikeda has this story. Hey, Emilie, good morning.
Guys, good morning. This controversial and untested method was used in place of lethal injection. Smith's legal team argued it may lead to pain and suffering in those last-minute legal battles, but the state says the execution proceeded as planned. Overnight, an unprecedented execution going forward in Alabama. The state performing the country's first ever nitrogen gas execution on convicted killer Kenneth Smith. Officials saying the execution began at 7:53 p.m. local time, and Smith was pronounced dead at 8:25. They added the nitrogen flowed for about 15 minutes and that Smith had labored breathing.
He struggled against his restraints a little bit, but there's some involuntary movement and some agonal breathing, so that was all expected.
The corrections commissioner saying he appeared to be holding his breath as long as he could. The 58-year-old was convicted for the 1988 murder-for-hire killing of Elizabeth Sennett. He had been in prison for 35 years. Smith was scheduled to die in November 2022, but the attempt at lethal injection didn't work. Before the execution, the Supreme Court rejected another last-ditch effort from Smith's legal team to stop it, arguing it could lead to prolonged pain and suffering. Though state officials have testified in court that nitrogen gas is painless and humane. According to media witnesses inside the chamber, Smith, quote, shook and writhed for about 2 minutes on a gurney, followed by several minutes of deep breaths. Smith's spiritual advisor, Reverend Jeff Hood, witnessed the execution.
And we also saw correction officials in the room who were visibly surprised at how bad this thing went.
Victim Elizabeth Sennett's family reflecting on the impact of Smith's crime as they look towards closure after years of loss.
Kenneth Smith made some bad decisions 35 years ago, and his debt was paid tonight.
And NBC News has reached out to the Alabama Department of Corrections for more information on the reaction from witnesses, but we have not heard back. State officials have said Smith's response to the gas was part of the known side effects and what they were expecting.
All right, Emilie, on that breaking news, thank you very much.
Meantime, wet weather